Imagine a world shaped by a single shift in destiny. A world where the war did not end the way you were taught. A world where the forces of darkness stood victorious and the future bent under their shadow. The moment the final flag fell, everything changed. Not just borders, not just governments, humanity itself. The world became quieter, but not in peace. It was the quiet of fear, the quiet of people who learned to speak only when spoken to, the quiet of streets patrolled by eyes that never blinked. Every city carried the same rhythm, order without freedom, structure without soul. The sky looked the same, but it felt different, heavy, watching, waiting. The world moved, but it did not breathe. Schools taught a new version of history, one crafted to erase entire cultures. Children memorized stories that were never true, stories designed to shape obedience, not identity. They grew up believing the world had always belonged to the victors, and that resistance was a myth whispered by fools. Art changed. Music changed. Expression became a privilege granted only to those who followed the script. Creativity dimmed. Imagination faded. The human spirit, once wild and unpredictable, became something measured and monitored. Books vanished. Ideas vanished. Languages vanished. Entire ways of life were swallowed by a machine built to control thought itself. The world became efficient but empty, clean but cold, advanced but soulless. Innovation slowed because curiosity was dangerous. Discovery stalled because questioning was forbidden. People learned to survive by shrinking themselves, by blending in, by hiding the parts of their identity that did not fit the new world. And in this alternate timeline, the victors expanded their reach far beyond what history remembers. Nations fell without a fight. Leaders surrendered before the first demand. The world map twisted into something unrecognizable, a patchwork of territories ruled by fear and enforced by silence. Technology grew, but not for the people. It grew for surveillance, for control, for shaping the perfect, obedient citizen. Every home had eyes, every street had ears, every thought felt like it belonged to someone else. Families whispered behind closed doors, terrified that even their walls might betray them. Trust became rare, friendship became risky, love became something hidden, something protected like a fragile flame in a storm that never ended. And yet, beneath the surface, humanity still pulsed, quietly, carefully. People carried memories of the world that once was, stories passed down in secret, songs hummed under breath, symbols carved where no one would look. Hope survived, not in grand gestures, but in small acts of defiance, a shared glance, a forbidden book, a whispered truth. The victors controlled the world, but they could never fully control the human heart. Still, the cost was immense. Entire generations grew up never knowing freedom, never knowing choice, never knowing the simple power of saying no. They lived in a world where identity was assigned, not discovered. A world where destiny was dictated, not chosen. A world where silence was the only safe language. This is the world that rises when darkness wins. A world built on fear. A world shaped by control. A world that almost existed. A world that reminds us how fragile freedom truly is, and how easily history could have taken a different path. The past did not unfold this way, but the possibility lingers like a warning, a reminder that the future is never guaranteed, a reminder that the world you know exists because people refused to surrender, because they chose courage over comfort, because they believed humanity was worth fighting for.